Hi, it's Mild Red Songbird, Mild Red Bird Song on this YouTube channel. You're looking at the round trip from Southampton in June 1st to the 13th, 2009. This is one of the speakers, Brian York, from the Washington Examiner, and Longworth, and Conrad Black, and Larry Aaron from the president of Hillsdale College, and there will be others. And I am mainstreaming clues to you. I was a member of the Ming Dynasty, M-I-N-G Dynasty, Dynasty Decoded, Ma, Divine I, N, as Saint, S-T for Saint, A-S as Saint. Okay, so I as Saint have the divine I in the culture. British Decoded, R for Robin, B for Birdsong, Robin Birdsong. Her, R for her. I, terrestrial. I, see heaven on earth energizing, emerging from the Holy Royal Family. Okay, that is the message of the word British. What is this? These are some of the lives, Robin, this is Robin Birdsong, and these are some of the lives she's led. St. Francis of Assisi, she was Queen Victoria, she was Galileo, Michelangelo, she's the Empress of India when she was Queen Victoria, and she was Voltaire, the writer. My favorite book he wrote was Candide. I read it at college, Empire State College in New York City. She was Queen Victoria, and this is Earl Percy. He was Albert, Prince Consort, her husband, when she was Queen Victoria. He was also Indiana Jones. This is another husband, was her husband. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Guillaume of Luxembourg was Robin's husband. This is Robin Birdsong. This is Guillaume. And this is Eve, me, Michelle Birdsong. This is a cover of my book. It's one of the first books I wrote. How to have a fun and exciting life starting from scratch. Jeannie Saw, my Facebook friend, and a friend I know a long time, said, it's like a scrapbook, so check it out. This is a book Robin and I wrote called, this is a copy of a book Robin and I wrote, Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail. Abigail is my granddaughter, Jandara Ransinger, who was Shirley Temple, and other people. All right, so I'm going to start reading my prepared piece. Eve was projected as the Walt Disney of India. That's where I got the idea for Sneezy the Greasy, because I was Pran Kumar Sharma, the Walt Disney of India, and a cartoonist, and I came up with ideas in the past life. He was a projection. So this is the idea I came up with in this life. This book is available at Amazon.com. Part of the proceeds go to His Royal Highness's charity in Luxembourg. So when you buy the book, you do a good deed and help the disabled, because that's what that is. It's charity. It's about empowering the disabled. Okay, it says in the Bible, I have come to give you a more abundant life. I paraphrased it, but so as Pran Kumar Sharma, Walt Disney of India certainly gave interesting characters so people could have more abundant entertainment. Shaharma, Charmer, church harmer. How did the church harm me? She The blind preacher in our very small church sent me to hell in my imagination one day when I was 5 years old, and I attracted hellish circumstances to my life after I formed that neural pathway in my brain by experiencing hell. Another way the church harmed me was the preacher set me up to be afraid to be rich, to value being poor as a safe way to be. He said, a rich one stands a better chance of going through the eye of a needle than getting into heaven. Again, I paraphrase it. If you look at the Rothschilds, the richest family in the world, George Soros, a billionaire, got about $42 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, he's very rich, Facebook owner. Jack Dorsey, the owner of Twitter, also very rich. And the Google people, they have a fortune. These people are censoring and destroying freedom of speech for the right, the people on the right, like Alex Jones and Milo. Alex Jones was Paul Revere, and he was also my husband in a past life. Milo was Chopin and Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner in a past life, and he was my son in a past life. So they banned them. So many people have been banned, it's unreal, on the right. So the aforementioned males, what does that say? Satan secures. Okay? They're secured by Satan. Okay, so they won't be going to hell unless they change their evil ways and stop destroying freedom of speech. One of the reasons the earth can be the heaven on earth is because we have the freedom of speech in America. Okay, next topic. Let's see, is it up here? Someone Singh said, examine everything that comes to mind. Sawan Singhji, the great master, is now Michael John Spear. This is a picture of Sawan Singh, and this is a picture of Michael John Spear. Doesn't he look like they look alike? Okay, I may as well tell you who these are. This is Charan Singhji, my personal spiritual guide. He was Jesus Christ in the 1st century, and he was Santa Claus in the 20th century, and also Jesus Christ in the 20th century. Okay, but he is now an Immaculate Conception inside my womb, put there by my brother, Govinda Singhji, who is now Santa Claus, now that Charan Singh has passed on, and is now Jesus Christ and the Buddha. Okay, and so he put the he conceived a baby with me immaculately, meaning he did not touch me physically, along with the Son, the Source. Okay, so I have in me, in my womb, Giancarlo Arturo and his twin, Aria Elizabeth. Okay, they're due either in January, late, or February. Okay, see, I have his picture. I see him asleep. And look at the feet. Love. Is that clever? And this is Charan Singh after a meeting one day. He was coming down. He's dressed all in white, and he had a white beard. He looked like the high power, you know. He looked like the highest power. Okay, let me continue. So, let's see. I said all that. I said, Terry, my cousin, this is a story, interesting story. Terry, my cousin, is a security guard. His brother, the firstborn, was a lieutenant general in the Air Force. Terry married a Vietnamese woman with a child. I met them one Thanksgiving meal at Aunt Mattie Sue's house. Aunt Mattie Sue was Terry and the Lieutenant General, once General Douglas MacArthur, once Jesus' successor, St. Peter, house, a grandmother. So Aunt Mattie Sue was Hopper and John Hopper and Terry Hopper's grandmother. And they're my cousins, so she's related to me too. So she's a sister of my grandmother. Okay, so all right, let's continue. Where am I? I decoded grandmother. That's what happened. Grand Ann, Angel, Evangeline, Ran, Divine Mother, other brother. Eve is very happy. Her brother is at last in her life, Govinda Singh. And I showed you his picture. I'll show it to you again. There he is. Okay. He's an amazingly good man to be Jesus Christ, to be the Buddha, to be Santa. Isn't that a good man? That's amazing energy to be able to be that, all those. Okay, so I said Terry's a security guard and Hopper's in the Air Force. Okay. Terry and John's father had been a military man. Terry, John, and his father, they all had been military men. Terry and his wife seemed relaxed and content at the meal. She was saving up for a washing machine. I just think that the point of that story is you don't have to be a movie star to be happy. In fact, most of the movie stars are in and out of rehab or pedophiles. They're not even normal people. Normal people like Terry and his wife are happy, and they inspire me. I really like content people. They're living their lives, and they're content. John Hopper, as far as I know, is also happy. Now, Good, up here, Good Rand Paul, a doctor. His father had been Paul, a doctor, Dr. Ron Paul, Eve's husband, at one time. Rand Paul had been my son at one time. He's a senator from Kentucky, took a beating by a crazy leftist who beat him up while he was, attacked him from behind while he was mowing the lawn. What a lowlife that is. So he wanted to this is Dr. Ron Paul, wanted to get rid of the Fed. These are the people that control the money flow. Congress is supposed to control the money flow, but Woodrow Wilson, when he was president, took the power from the Congress and gave it to these bankers. So now 13 family of bankers control the money in America. And we're no longer on the gold standard thanks to President Nixon, which is very bad. So Dr. Ron Paul wrote the foreword in Porter Stansberry's book, 2020. Porter had been my husband. Larry Elder, Esquire, is also my brother. She gets to watch how his brilliant mind operates when he appears on Fox Business Network, and she saw Larry, black light man, means he's black and he's from the light, from the sun. He's a terrestrial too. On the Rubin Report. I saw Larry Elder on the Rubin Report. He's a libertarian. He used to have a talk show on ABC. They fired him. He saw and spoke too much truth. See, because the terrestrials see clearly, because they're light. The truth is the light. Their truth incarnate. ABC is owned by Disney. Disney is one of the 6 corporations of media. You see, we get our information from only 6 corporations. It used to be 80 different outlets, but now it's only 6. So it's all the same message. Owen Benjamin did a video where he showed Jimmy Kimmel and these other late night hosts saying the very same story on the very same day, Because if you differ, if you say that's the left wing, Seth Meyers was one of the other guys. If you say the truth, which is different from what the networks have you say, they ban you or they fire you. It's terrible. They're ruining our free nation. That's why it has to stop. Now, for my Talk and Share book, I just want to give you a preview. I'll be asking these questions of climate change scientists, Baba G, who is Jesus Christ. I'll be asking Santa Claus. I'll be asking him questions, Talk and Share questions. I'll be asking Cher, Beyonce, Rihanna, Dr. Jordan Peterson, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, President Donald Trump. I'll have questions in the book for him. Former President Barack Hussein and his wife Michelle. I have questions for them. Kamala Harris, Whoopi Goldberg, Michael Bublé, Supreme Court Chief Justice Roberts, Charlie Brown, Thanksgiving critics, Piers Morgan. I'll have questions in the book for him. Queen Elizabeth II, I'll have questions for. Princess Kate, I'll have questions for. Prince Philip. My goal is to become Talk and Share therapists for certain celebrities, in addition to helping America sane up, because Talk and Share is a cure for madness. So while teaching the world how to use Talk and Share to cure their madness, I'd also like to have a job being the therapist to certain celebrities, not all of them, not most of the ones on here, So I'm going to ask, like I wouldn't want to be Al Sharpton's therapist, I'm going to ask him questions in the book. I'm his therapist in this book, because by my asking them questions, I'm healing them, because I'm removing crippling emotions from their minds. Okay. George Lopez, Candace Owens, I wouldn't mind being her therapist. Edwin Birdsong, he was my first husband. He's Robin's. And Robin helped tremendously. I cannot tell you. She has been my muse. She has helped tremendously in refining and perfecting Talk and Share. Since she was 18 years old, we've been working on this therapy. So I thank you, Robin, publicly. And the public owes you a thank you, too. A big thank you. Because a cure for madness, the psychiatrists don't have a cure for madness. Of course, I was Freud, and I was Jung's wife, and I was Pearl's. So I have a background in psychotherapy and psychiatry. From lifetimes, I've been working on this. I'll be asking Miley Cyrus questions, Owen Benjamin questions. He was Lenny Bruce. He's amazing, and his wife is amazing. He seems to be an amazing husband, and she seems to be an amazing wife. And he's a fascinating social media guy. I see him on YouTube. And he's just real, you know, and truthful. He's not slick and polished and scripted, you know. Okay, Don Sour Lemon, I have questions for him. Hillary Sour Grapes, fake Clinton. Fake friend of the black race, Clinton. James Comey, and others like Amy Schumer, Joe Biden. I have questions for him. Is that it? And yeah, so let's see what else. This is an Owen Benjamin video you might want to check out. It's really good. It's called Why I Was Wrong About Islam. Okay, you can also see him at hugepianist.com. He's a good piano player. What does it say? When you say, one of the questions I was going to ask him, when you say 50 Shades of Gay, what are you talking about? You know, I guess, but I'm not sure. Okay, so that's all I'll say for now. This is Mild Red Songbird, and don't forget to check out this round trip from Southampton, British Isle trip, where they have all these smart people talking. I don't know about you, but I love to hear the minds of smart people. I like to see the way they work and how they think, and objective logic gets me. I like that, you know, because you can live a civilized life if you use objective logic, and you can have a safe and happy and peaceful country if the people use civilized objective logic. The left uses emotion, and they have our country in chaos because of it. And nobody could function that way. It's like having 3-year-olds run your country. And it's too bad President Trump has to deal with, and Vice President Pence have to deal with these idiots, because a grown person with a 3-year-old mind is an idiot, a moron or something like that. Okay, I'll talk to you when I have more to say. Goodbye.